Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. If Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. That was a little bit of a... All right, and let's check these out. Oh, you have a big, big goat right on the top here. Looks like we have a few farm animals, maybe a little sheep. All right, so we have a lot of animals happening today. I do want to bring this one up immediately. We have the Six of Discs. This is from the Thoth deck, and this is related to success. So happy days. This, you can just tell by the card. It looks it looks like a lot of bursting energy, alignment, the coming together of all of these planetary symbols. And in the middle we have the, I want to say that's the rose, but it also kind of looks like the marigold. But I think it is the rose in this situation because it is with the cross. And this is kind of the opening of the sub rosa, the hidden, most hidden sacred thing, the activation of, you know, that relationship, that knowledge of God, okay? And funny enough, I just did my Aries reading, and on that one we had the Four of Wands, which is ruled by Aries. And this one we have the Six of Discs, and it's ruled by Taurus. So this is really in line with this reading. It tells me that we are right in the place that we need to be, okay? And so as you can see in this top sphere here, right here, this is the symbol of Saturn, okay? Saturn is, in mythology, the old man, okay? Time, Chronos. Also, that kind of shady dude that like ate his children, okay, to maintain his power. But he also, in some ways is in line with the, not just the father archetype, but the grandfather archetype. And we'll forget about that part about his grandchildren, okay? Or his children, I should say. We'll think of him as kind of that old knowledge, okay? And we can relate him to this goat. Obviously, the goat is related to Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, okay? And so I have a feeling that your grandfather, or a person who would be like a grandfather, somebody in that has that feeling for you, okay? Doesn't have to be blood, doesn't have to be like a step grandfather or anything like that. It could be somebody that you just grew up around, who kind of stepped up as a mentor or a family friend, whatever it is, okay? But this person really helped you kind of learn things, practical things, skills, maybe a craft or a whole skill set, okay? And I think that you have gone about in your life to maybe master, or you have been on the road of apprenticeship within something related to something that this grandfather taught you. Okay, I think that you have made so far a career of it. You have definitely devoted a lot of time, energy to it. Okay, and because we have this Saturn energy, this is all about discipline, self-discipline, being taught discipline through just viewing people who love their work, love their, their passions, their interests, and really sticking to them, honoring the process of them. Okay. And I think that this has really shaped you as a person. Not only did you learn this craft and go on to, or learn this skill and then go on to make it a craft and possibly, like I said, have become a master within the field, you really just have developed a love for really putting yourself into the learning process, the process of employing your knowledge, using your mind and your hands, and possibly building things. I get the impression that this is something like building, but that could just be my own bias of thinking, okay, maybe like you're a woodworker, or like a stonemason or something. But it doesn't have to be anything like that. It could be coding. I mean, it could be cooking or cutting hair. I mean, it does not matter. It could be anything that you have spent your time with, okay? And so this work ethic and this this devotion to your passions really, I think, has allotted you the ability to be able to move around possibly, or at least have this kind of confidence in that you could change your life in some way if you wanted to, but still be able to find work because you do have this skill set. I also think that, and I want to look at this right here, the sheep, okay? And this sheep, to me, is such a strong, powerful animal. It is useful. It creates a needed material, right? And gives it and gives of itself. Okay, so there is this function, it's a functional creature. It's but more importantly, really, is to me the strength that these animals have, but they also are so serene. And you just can imagine a family, a herd, a tribe of them kind of all pasturing and just kind of eating amongst each other, next to each other, gazing up at the sky, and this kind of serenity, meditative state. And so anyways, I think that you feel like you have become quite a settled person because you became devoted to something probably from a young age. And you have this calmness about you. You have this, serenity. You have the ability to focus your mind and really ponder, and also get lost in the work that you're doing, because I think that you get into that flow while you're doing it. And so I think that this is a really special thing. I think that also, because you've done so well in this, I think that you also have the ability to expand your learning, to take on other skills, to, you know, kind of cross over the things that you do, add on to, you know, your kind of resume. And so overall, kind of like a Renaissance person, right? Just kind of really able to work in a lot of different areas, but also things that complement each other. Okay. And then I want to look at, we have this little, it looks like a little chicken here. And I wonder if, to me, if the first, as soon as I saw this, it made me think, you must be a very much like a morning person. I think that you are somebody who really likes to be up and started and to make the most of your day. I think this is also something that you maybe got from that grandfather influence. Okay. And then I wanted to look at this one, and this one seems really special because I don't know if this person is still with you, but this is really in this emotional psychic space. And I just want you, it looks like an infinity symbol. Okay. And so I just want you to know that they're proud of you, and the fact that you have carried on, and maybe it's not exactly the same thing that they excelled in, but you've carried on the same kind of love, care, and interest with your chosen field, your chosen skill, that they feel like you are carrying on the tradition. Okay, and that you hopefully will pass it down. And I think that that probably might be true. I think that because you were so blessed to have a mentorship from a young age, that you understand the importance of mentoring others, and that you have probably, or you will, devote some of your time to helping others find their passions and apply themselves and, you know, continue on just as you have. Okay, and so I wanted to look at this one. This one is kind of important, I think, because it looks very much like a cow that is kind of wearing a crown. So this very much is in line with that most sacred cow, the kind of the goddess, right? The divine mother, the giver of life, the nurturer. And I really think that this energy is also very present in your life and in your personality, in your being. So I think that there is really this very rare kind of balance for you. I think that maybe you came from a pretty supportive background, possibly, or if not, there were people that stepped into your life that helped you kind of learn that we can escape our circumstances, and that there was some form of nurturing and somebody to rely on. And I think that this also really relates to you going on to be a mentor, but also you being a very caring person that checks up on people, you listen to people, you make sure that people are that they're well, that they have what they need. You will show up for them. You will, you know, be the first person to ask what they need if something has happened or gone wrong, or maybe there was some kind of, you know, accident, disaster, whatever it is, you'll show up and you will be there to help. Okay. And that's a really beautiful quality. I think that really draws people into you. You're very trustworthy. And yeah, we kind of all hope that we know people like you, right? Yeah, there's not too many people that are genuinely like that. I also see that there's a little squirrel here. And while I think that you can be very focused and detail oriented, you get into that zone of really the fine details of your work, and kind of really almost like that meditative state. I think also in your personality, you can be kind of like that squirrel, kind of jumping around from thing to thing. You have a lot of interests. Sometimes it's hard to narrow down exactly what you want to pursue next. You also have a lot of energy, and I think that you have a tendency to want to be prepared for the future. Okay. And I think all of those things are wonderful. Everything in balance. And I think there is a lot of balance here, a lot of understanding, and really that important ability to work on taking the knowledge that you have and transmuting it into lasting wisdom. And I believe that you are very much alive in that process. Okay. And this one right here looks like it looks like a person with their arms up. To me, it seems like a posture of praise towards the sky, and just that kind of really being in line with the universe right now. I think that you really are in a place where you are taking a look, taking stock of everything that has been and everything that is, thinking about what will come next. And I think that you really are just very grateful. I feel that there's not a lot of kind of sarcasm or snarkiness really to you. I mean, I'm sure it can come up, right? You're probably very clever and maybe have a bit of a sharp tongue. I haven't known a Taurus that doesn't, but I also think that you're very genuine. Okay, you're not afraid to express your emotions, your love. I think that you're a person that will tell your friends that you love them. You'll tell people that you care about them. You'll tell people how you feel. And that openness, I think, is also a rarity and very authentic. And ultimately, I am a firm believer that people who can get to this point in their life where they can share how they are, how they feel, how they care about others, it heals our community, it heals our family, it heals ourselves. Okay, and that ultimately that's like what the collective really needs. Okay, and then I want to look over here, and it looks like we have a fish jumping. Okay, so I think that there will be the opportunity to make some money soon. Okay, and this kind of ties into my mind with earlier. I was talking about how you are able to possibly move around and still be able to find a job. So I think that maybe in the next 6 weeks, and this has to do with that 6 of discs, in the next 6 weeks, an opportunity will present itself. And this is kind of really just a further confirmation of your position in this success that's going on. I think it will be like success upon success, right? And so those fish are jumping. I also think that we are looking here, and this is the little candle. It's burned maybe about halfway, but the flame is really large, and this is the candle of illumination. I think that you are very much focused on that self-development, and that is manifesting in your life in ways that are helping you receive these opportunities. Okay, this isn't just all the work you've done within your career, but it is also that. I think this also has a lot to do with the work that you have done with your emotional life and your spiritual life. Okay, so ultimately, this has been a really, really nice reading, I think, as far as the outcome right now. And I think all of us would like to be in this position, if I'm being honest. So I wish I had a major Taurus placement, because I want to get in on this success that you have going on. All right, Taurus, I want to thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'm always so honored to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps me get into the algorithm. And slowly but surely, we are growing the channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing so. You can hit the little bell, and that will let you know when the next videos are coming out. I am on a schedule where I'm reading 2 signs 6 days a week, so every sign is read once a week, and Taurus will be out in 1 week, or Taurus will be out again in 1 week. In the meantime, you can watch your other placements. If you would like to leave a comment, please do so. Let me know how you're doing, what's going on with you, what things are you succeeding at, and how are you doing it? We all want to know. All right. Thank you so much, Taurus. We will talk again soon.